Welcome to the newly renamed Camping World Stadium. My name is Gabe Gabor. I will be the venue press officer here in Orlando for Copa América Centenario. Buenas tardes, bienvenidos al estadio recién renombrado Camping World Stadium. Mi nombre es Gabriel Gabor. Yo voy a ser el jefe de prensa acá en Orlando para Copa América. You know, everyone who's in the soccer world knows that Orlando has emerged as one of the great soccer cities in America. Of course, you got Orlando City, you got the Pride. We had some wonderful games with the U.S. women's national team against Brazil, and of course the game between Mexico and Costa Rica. I've been a lifelong soccer fan, and I can tell you I'm absolutely thrilled to what's happening with the city as a Floridian and what's happened to soccer in this country. Another gentleman who's a huge fan of the sport and a huge supporter of soccer in Central Florida is our very own Orlando Mayor, Buddy Dwyer. Let's give him a hand.
Thank you, Gabe, and thank all of you for being here today as we turn the spotlight on Copa America. 1 month from tomorrow, it's right on us, 1 month from tomorrow, we'll host the first of 3 group stage matches right here at Camping World Stadium. See, I've already got that down. This flows right out, Camping World Stadium. And they will be the most important international matches that we have had here since Joni Sherm brought World Cup to Orlando so many years ago. So it's an exciting time. This tournament's a big deal. It is a big deal for Orlando and the Central Florida community. The matches will be televised on Fox and the Univision family of channels and internationally to more than 100 countries. What a terrific opportunity to showcase Orlando and everything that we have to offer to a global audience. Our community reconstructed this stadium in 2014 so that we would not only keep our signature events, our great bowl games, but also to attract new high-profile events just like Copa America, just like the Camping World Kickoff, just like Guns N' Roses coming up, just like the Rolling Stones that we recently had, the U.S. Women's National Soccer event, and our 3rd annual bowl game, the AutoNation Cure Bowl. So now that this iconic stadium has been completely modernized, we have seen a huge return on that investment. When Camping World Stadium is packed with international visitors next month, there's no doubt that everyone will be pleased with our investment. And now I'd like to turn the podium over to Orange County Mayor Teresa Jacobs.
Thank you, Mayor Dwyer, and good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. You know, having Copa America tournament take place right here in our backyard is really amazing. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for us to prove who we are as a community. And I strongly encourage all of our residents and visitors to take advantage of everything that this event has to offer. With 66 million visitors here annually, we are the greatest destination for tourism in the country, and that is no accident. It is about our hospitality. It's about the culture of this community. We really do have it all right here in Central Florida. We have sunny weather. Everybody knows that. We have a world-class airport. Anybody who's traveled through it knows that. We have amazing hotels. We have unforgettable theme parks that constantly reinvent themselves. And then we have the most impressive venues that can host a big-time international event such as Copa America. And we are so very fortunate to be where we are today. So any of you who live here in Central Florida, my gosh, do not miss this opportunity. We want to show Copa that nobody has stronger fans than we do. And I think we've already done that, haven't we, Phil?
Yes, we have.
I think we've already done that. We have broken records already here with the Lions, with Pride, with the attendance that we've had is simply phenomenal. We've witnessed tremendous outpouring at every one of our games, and that outpouring also translates into jobs and economic vitality. In fact, this tournament is expected to bring a whopping $30 million in revenue and will fill approximately 40,000 room nights. But the thing that I'm looking forward to, more than the dollars and the cents and happy hoteliers, what I'm looking forward to is the energy, the vibrancy, the fire that you are going to see in Orlando during this event. So join us, celebrate with us. If you love soccer, this is the place to be. If you don't love soccer, it's because you haven't been here yet. Come out to a game. All of my neighbors are doing it. They're all loving it. This is going to be phenomenal. I appreciate so much that we have this opportunity, and I would now like to introduce a very good friend of mine, Mike Millay from the Central Florida Sports Commission, one of our key partners who brought this premier tournament to Orlando. Mike?
Thank you, thank you, Mayor Jacobs. Your Central Florida Sports Commission is committed to driving economic impact through sports. In order to do that, you've got to bring in world-class athletes and, obviously, highly visible events. We think that enriches the community that we all live in. We hope you believe that as well. Orlando has so much to offer year-round. Our enviable climate is second to none, and we know that most cities have a hard time matching that. Now, when you listen to both of our mayors talk about the unbelievable facilities, they've often talked about how do you attract world-class events. It starts with venues, and we've done that. The community has done that together with the leadership of both of our mayors. Along with that climate I talked about, a world-class airport has allowed Orlando to become the #1 sports destination in the United States. Hosting Copa America puts us back on that international stage, and we're so excited about that and so proud of that. It couldn't happen without the leadership in this town, and now it's my pleasure to introduce a guy who has basically turned Orlando into the soccer capital of the South. My friend and the president of Orlando City Soccer and the founder of Orlando City Soccer, Mr. Phil Rawlins.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'd just like to point out that I was put on the athlete's side of the stage, which makes me feel good about myself. But in all seriousness, Mike, thank you for that introduction. I want to speak to the fans for a moment. I want to speak to our soccer fans here in Central Florida and across the state. We have shown, as the mayor said, that we are the soccer capital of the South. We've broken records left, right, and center. We've filled this bowl twice over for MLS games. Just 2 weeks ago, we broke a record for a women's professional soccer league game with the NWSL game here with the Pride and the Houston Dash, with over 23,000 fans in attendance. This is the place to be if you're a soccer fan in not only Central Florida, not only the state of Florida, but the whole of the southeast of the United States. And this is a competition, a tournament, which is at the very, very highest levels. The mayor said this is the highest level of soccer tournament we've had in this city since the World Cup in 1994. I don't think it's any secret that the United States will be bidding again to host another World Cup, and I personally expect that we'll bid to host 2026 in the United States with the World Cup 2026 right here. This is a dress rehearsal for that. This is our opportunity to show the world that Orlando truly is the soccer capital of the South. We're one of only 10 cities in the nation to host Copa, and I would love to say that we'll be one of only 10 cities that would host the 2026 World Cup. But to do that, we've got to show the rest of the soccer world just how big a soccer capital Orlando is. I know we can do that. We're going to see some of the greatest players in the world performing right here at Camping World Stadium. I personally can't wait. I know our soccer fans across the state can't wait as well. With that said, and with due deference to the mayors that we have on the stage here, we actually have a real celebrity. Someone who's lifted this trophy not once, but twice, and has scored a goal in the final against his great enemies, Argentina. So, with no further ado, let me introduce to you Orlando City player and twice winner of Copa America, Júlio Baptista.
Sorry for my English, go to speak Spanish. Para mí es una oportunidad muy grande, muy bonita poder estar aquí representando Orlando City y también decir un poquito de la experiencia que he podido tener ganando la Copa América durante dos oportunidades, ¿no?
For me, it's really important to be here in Orlando representing the community and being part of this great event. I'd love to give you some comments about my experience having won and experienced Copa twice in my career.
Y pude ganarla dos veces, una haciendo parte del grupo y otra jugando como jugador titular. Y la experiencia es increíble. La gente, yo creo que a veces no tiene idea la grandeza que es la Copa América, ¿no? Una competición que para Sudamérica es importantísima y prácticamente en todo el mundo se mira esa competición.
As a player, it's a fantastic opportunity to have played Copa once as part of the team and once actually playing. And I can't stress enough how important this tournament is in South America and how important it is for fans in Orlando to get behind and come out and watch these games.
Y también acredito que para Orlando es una grandísima oportunidad porque es una ciudad muy capacitada para comportar una competición de ese calibre, de ese porte, y tiene una estructura fantástica, tanto como hoteles como para la familia. Entonces yo creo que la ciudad solo tenía a ganar con una competición de este porte.
It's great to be a part of a city that has the infrastructure to hold an event and a soccer tournament of this caliber, not only with the great stadium, but also with the great accommodations and hotels in the area. And it's truly going to be a great experience.
Y espero que los fans, sobre todo, puedan disfrutar de esa magnífica competición y dar aún más aquí en Orlando, que cada vez más la ciudad toma un grande calor por el fútbol y esperamos que sea una competición increíble. Muchas gracias.
We hope everyone joins in this movement and learns to love soccer the way we all do.
Obrigado, Júlio. We are so fortunate today to have one of the co-captains of the Haitian national team. Yesterday, he was named to the provisional roster for the squad, and we're so honored that he actually came up from South Florida to be here with us today. He is actually a former Orlando City Lion. You guys might remember he used to play here, and he is now a captain for the Fort Lauderdale Strikers, and we want to thank our friends at the Strikers for helping us bring him here. Last week, he was inducted to the Lynn University Hall of Fame. So if you could please help me congratulate and welcome Jean-Marc Alexander.
Hello, everyone. Unlike Júlio, I haven't lifted the Copa America trophy, but I'm very excited to participate in it this year. It will be my first time, and for me, in my opinion, after the World Cup, it's the second largest international tournament in the world. And so I'm very excited, and I'm really glad that Orlando got a chance to host one of the games because this is my home. Coming here is like being back with my family. Me and the organization, we go way back to the Austin Aztec days, and I've been around the organization for a while now. So I'm very happy and blessed and fortunate to be part of this Copa America that's happening in the U.S. And the U.S. is not only ready for Copa America, but in my opinion, ready for any type of competition, especially the World Cup. Hopefully we could get the bid in 2026. And I'm just excited. And because Orlando City has been ready for a while now for a tournament this big, and I'm glad that they got a chance to get a game. So I'm very excited. Thank you.
Thank you, Jean. We'd like to thank all our guests today. We also have some VIPs seated with us here in the front row, and they are listed in the brochures we had up front, and they will be available in a few minutes along with the other guests who will be doing one-on-one interviews. To get to the one-on-one interviews, you can go out right that door, make a right, you'll see some backdrops, and they will all be there. There's folks from all sort of areas in the soccer world and our community, so we welcome you to do those one-on-ones. But before we do that, we're going to have a very special photo opportunity with our guests. And what we'll do is first we'll do it with the guests here, and then we'll ask everybody in the front row to come up. So we are going to strike the stage very quickly. We're going to bring up the beautiful Copa America trophy, and we're going to do a couple of photos. So if I could ask the photographers and videographers to get ready, we're going to do that momentarily, and then we'll start the one.